What is up, Halo fans? I just got a couple little things to go over. Um, First thing I want to say is just wanted to point to this. It's for a customer for a chief and arbiter statue. I got done printing it and priming it. I just wanted to show it. Had to reprint this gun. Somehow it broke. You can see the tip was broken. I mean, I glued it back on. I haven't sanded it down, but I'm printing a new one right now for the customer. I don't fix things for other people, but I'll use it for myself. If I ever print this for me for something, I won't have to print this. I like with my own stuff. I've fixed my own stuff before that I broke. It's not a big deal, but for somebody who's paying a lot of money for something, or even not a lot of money, even if it was for free, I'm not going to do that. I don't do that, and so I just wanted to just show that it's getting done more. I showed it the other day in another video, but he's ready to get his green on. Tomorrow he will. That gun will be done before. What I'll do is I'll take the gun. It's on the printer right now. It actually just started printing like 10 minutes ago. And when it's done, I will clean it like this. Everything went through the same process. It was printed, sanded. It was washed, and it was cleaned in soap and water overnight. I just let it sit. And then I primed it earlier before dinner. I think I need to spray a little. Yeah, I really don't. I mean, the paint's gonna cover. It'll be fine. So he'll be getting green tomorrow. The gun, it gets green on his hand, on the on the armor hand. It should be ready anyway by the time I do it. But I just wanted to show how he looks now. You've probably seen that in the last stat. I sold one like a couple weeks ago, and it was the same chief. And so yeah, it looks pretty cool. Except this one actually has this grapple shot, which the other one didn't, because when I made it at the time I didn't have the file, but all of them have it now. And then I made these. I'm actually printing another set because they were on the plate. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just leave them on there. Maybe I'll give them to somebody's kid I know, I don't know. Or I'll just put them on the shelf. Hey, I want to show you something. Look how small these magnets are. That's two of them. And they'll fit in the feet, look. I didn't know that they fit in there. It wasn't planned, but these are for something else. It's just so funny how little they are. They're smaller. It said they were 4 millimeters, but that's not even close. I don't know who measured. I probably should complain, but I can still use them probably for what I need. If I couldn't, I'd probably return them. But so moving on to this, this is pretty much done. This is the first time I can say I think it's done as far as the coloring goes. I'll point out what I did, but let me just show this gun. This is the gun that's going on his hip. How I painted it. Dude, this thing's so big, it feels like a one-shotter. I'd be like, what? But yeah, so this is the side you won't see. So I still paint it, but I take more care on this side, obviously. But I mean, it looks pretty cool. I just gotta clean up a little bit of the red right there. I shouldn't have touched it. I thought I needed to wipe it. I didn't. But I can be careful with some paint thinner, and I can get that off, no problem. Probably with like a little piece of paper towel, just wipe it a couple times, it'll come off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm happy with the way it looks, Like I said, it's going to be like this, so you'll see the top. Right? I mean, it's cool. I mean, it goes with him, obviously, so... What else? So the things I did today was I painted those little red things on the inside. I cleaned up this. I did this red and orange right here, and I did the chest, and I left the red line. I taped it off when I did it actually this time, and I will probably go back over with the toothpick on that red just to get it a little more pronounced. And I left the tips right here. If you can't see, it's white. I left it. I didn't want to do orange to the edge. I thought leaving that white was kind of like just another little detail I like to throw in there, because so right now you're like, what's the big deal? But I think that it gives like another little extra dimension to the way it looks. To me, I redid more paint on these, and then I'll touch them up later with a smaller brush that I have. I actually used that today. What else did I do? Well, if you didn't see the gun, there's the gun. I'm gonna paint that barrel black, at least half the top the top half of it where there's black in them right now. I'm just gonna. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Not really a. I think it needs to be dark. I'm gonna paint them just regular black. This way I can highlight them with metallic black. Because the metallic black, if you think about it, it's one day I learned on my own on accident. I was painted it, and it makes it look perfectly scratched up. Because once the black paint dries, you're just left with the metallic. But you still gotta be careful when you put it on. So if you want to try that out, that's something you can do. I'm gonna take this down, so I want to show you his back that I worked on. It's always scary doing this because he likes to move. I don't care if the hands fall. You know, nothing will break on this table, but this gun will. That barrel will break if I just went on the table. It could break. But overall, I mean, everything looks pretty good so far. I'm really happy with these things, actually. And I did something else on the back, but I mean, overall, I think I'm pretty good. I mean, I don't have anything else to do on it. I think it's more complex than I originally. Actually, it looks closer to the original, but my idea was less complex than this. But you know what? I still think it came out pretty good. You know, he's just supposed to really reflect the colors of the football team, which he does. Oh, and then that stuff right there, I use Sunlu resin, just the standard. I always have good luck with it. It prints very well. Don't have any problems with it. And I was like, oh, let me get some Sunlu PLA. I usually use the Anycubic brand. That's because that's what kind of printer I have. Never had a problem with it, ever. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Anycubic resin printers just because I had problems with every one I've ever owned. But as far as this machine, I've really never had any problem. Like, nothing. Well, I just could not get this Sunlu to stick to the plate no matter what I tried. I tried cleaning it, high temperature, low temperature, slowed it down. Everything I could find online to try to fix it, nothing. So what I did is, I don't know if you're familiar with what a raft is, but basically it's a bottom layer that how to explain it other than like you can do a brim which goes around it. It's basically a raft around the outside edge, but it wasn't connecting, so I had to, which this is just something I wouldn't just tell somebody to do without looking up how to do it properly. So if you lower down you can adjust how up and down, like where the nozzle is. And if you lower it down enough, it kind of spreads it. I think it's called like elephant foot. It spreads it out for you, but the way the raft works, it actually is better for it. And then once the raft is done, I raised it up like just a little tiny bit. Once it gets to like what it's doing now, you could almost raise it back up to normal. I mean, it isn't smashing it right now. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll just show it up close because I want to show the back of the Chief. But so this is part one of the 5 pieces of the stand frame. So it'll be like 4 of these, and that'll be like 1/4 of the orange. You can see it's pretty good. Oh, I better not touch it. I mean, it's coming out pretty good. I'm happy with it that it's finally working. But so let me just, you see, like it'll do the outside edge twice, I believe. It's got to do, that's how it works. And then it'll go back to doing the hexagons, which I love those hexagons. I want to print them and then just cut the hexagons out and use them for paint, like a mask, to do some cool shit, maybe on a Chief mask. Because I could never get the hexagon small enough to do like spray his mask, and I wanted to do a pattern on it so bad. Or even on the weapons. But anyway, so there's the back of the Chief. What I did was I zoom in. I did those red things above his back of his knee. I did red. I think those reds were already there. I'm sorry. And then I did. What else did I do? Oh, I did a little. Oh, man, you know what? I totally forgot to do that. I cleaned up all that orange, all that red that was on there. I cleaned it off. Pretty much that's all I really did. You can see, oh, there's his hands, by the way. Let me get, that's what the hands look like. So those are done. Both of them are like that. I forgot to show that. So I just wanted to show the, those, where I did the red above the back of his knees because they were white yesterday. I totally forgot to do them. But I think the back looks pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty complex paint job to me. It has like like some areas just. Oh, I did those things too. Those little things right there in red. Sorry about that. On the sides, I kind of saw them at the last minute. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do them red. I thought they looked cool. It kind of like gives the shape of his. I don't know, his butt. So, but anyway, this is hopefully. Well, I'm gonna go to bed and leave it running. It hasn't had any problems so far, so I'm hoping that it doesn't. I could probably raise that. I could probably raise it up. I'm nervous to touch it. Maybe I'll raise it a little because I can kind of hear it touching the plastic, but it's not really, really bad. I mean, if I raise it, it'll be like, here, I'll show you what it is. So this is the screen. Actually, I did raise it because it was at 150 or 1.50, so it's at negative 125. That's probably why it's been working so fine. What happened was I found it at negative 1.78. Now, I did not do that setting. Just something did it. I have no clue what to tell you. I swear to you, I heard it. It was working. And then I just heard it grinding, and when I went to when I went to look at this, I realized, well, the scare's gonna hit me. I realized it was way too low, and the nozzle was scraping. You can see that little edge. I'm moving a lot. That little tiny edge that goes all the way under the whole thing. So I had to. Where is it? This counter's a mess. Anyway, I had to replace the nozzle. What happened was. And I don't know what it was exactly, but when I went to raise the nozzle, the temperature somehow got adjusted down to 200 degrees. Now, while that's hot, it was still pretty much, it clogged my nozzle. I could have swore I read that the melting point's like 60 degrees or something like that. I don't think that sounds right, but anyway, all I know is my nozzle got clogged and I couldn't even extrude as a test. It just would not go through, so I ended up having to replace the nozzle and redo it. But I just have to pay attention after the first layer. I have it set to go slow. After the first layer, I just as you can see, just left it. It's been sitting since the second layer. It's been just like this, working fine. I know one day I woke up because I could hear it on the other side of the house going clack, 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 clack. It ripped the whole thing off there, but I think it'll be fine. I really hope so. You know what? I'll be honest, the stand would be fine even that thick because I'm going to build on top of it. So, but it's going to be like 2 inches high, so it's not even at 1 inch yet. So probably, but I think it'll be tomorrow night. It won't even be finished. I don't even know. It said 24 hours, but that seems like a lot of time. You just never know. All I care is that it stays on there and finishes because I have to print a stand for this. I have stands over there, but I just have to, I want to print it. I'm trying to do a custom stand for this person, and I don't want to use one of those ones. I mean, those ones aren't bad. The point is I'm trying to do something, and if I can't, I still have those ones. But I'm hoping that I can get what they requested done. I like to do whatever I can. This is a big deal for people and me too, and I like to make sure, I can do as close to what they want as possible. But yeah, so there he is, all done. And don't forget to like, follow, and share, and donate, and peace. Thank you.